Okay, since we are done in solving finite geometric series, now let's proceed in solving infinite geometric series. Okay, so ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng infinite geometric series? Okay, so kapag sinabi natin infinite, ito yung mga kinds of series or geometric series natin na kung saan wala siyang limitation, walang restriction. Okay, wala siyang hangganan, kumbaga to infinity. Kaya siya tinawag na infinite geometric series. Okay, so sa pag-solve or sa paghahanap ng sum of an infinite geometric series, meron tayong formula na kinakailangang sundan. Una, we have S equals to first term over 1 minus R. Okay? Where A sub 1 is the first term and R is the common ratio. And take note that the absolute value of R is not greater than 1. Is not greater or equal to 1 because later I will explain to you why the value of the common ratio must not be greater to 1 or equal to 1. Okay? Okay, so the behavior of the terms depends on the common ratio or R. Okay, so yung behavior ng common ratio natin or yung behavior ng geometric series natin is magbe-base tayo sa common ratio. Okay? So meron tayong dalawang kino-consider na behavior ng ating terms. Una, kapag sinabi natin converges. When we say converges, if R is between negative 1 and positive 1, the terms of the series approach to 0 in limit and the series converges to a sum. Example given, 1 over 5, 0.2, negative 0.5, and 1/2. Okay? So, if the value of the common ratio is less than negative 1 and greater than negative 1, ibig sabihin nun siya ay converges. Pag sinabi natin converges, ibig sabihin nun yung sequence sa ating, yung term sa ating sequence is malapit siya sa 0. Okay? Malapit siya sa 0. Therefore, kapag ganun yung ating mga sequence or yung mga terms natin, ibig sabihin, kayang-kaya niyang isolve yung sum. But if the value of the common ratio is greater than 1 or less than negative 1 and equal to 1, all of the terms of the series has no sum. Okay? The series diverges. Example given, 2, negative 2, 3, 4, and negative 5. Okay? So, kung ang na-compute na value sa common ratio ay equals to 1 or greater than 1, mas mataas sa 1, ibig sabihin nun, hindi na natin kinakailangang isolve yung sum. Kasi, masyadong matataas yung set of numbers para sa ating sequence. Masyadong matataas yung mga value ng terms natin. Hindi niya kayang isolve yung sum. Hindi niya kayang i-determine. But if the value of common ratio is also less than negative 1, mas mababa sa negative 1, example, negative 1.2, negative 1.3, negative 1.4, or negative 2, negative 3, basta mas mababa po sa negative 1, yan po ay diverges. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi niya kayang i-determine yung sum ng ating series kasi masyadong malalaki yung mga value ng term natin sa ating series or sa ating sequence. Okay? So, example number 9. Find the sum of each infinite geometric series if it exists. Explain why the sum exists or does not exist. Okay? So, meron tayong 4 na example dito. We have example letter A, B, C, and D. Okay? So, unahin muna natin yung 1. Or yung letter A. Okay? So, ayan. So, meron na rin yan. Na-discuss ko na rin sa infinite sa arithmetic series. Okay, so na-explain ko na yan. Yung symbol na yan ay tinatawag natin na sigma for summation. Yung K, yan yung index natin. Pero sa other book, yung ginagamit is N or X. Okay? Then next, yung 1 natin, yan yung start at yung nasa taas, yan naman yung end natin. Yung K sa right side, yan yung magiging formula natin para mahanap yung mga terms. Okay? So, example number 1 tayo. 1 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 25. Okay, so unang gagawin, kinakailangan mo nang kunin yung value ng common ratio. Okay? So, we need to solve for the value of common ratio and after that, we're going to determine whether the series is converges or diverges. Okay? So, in finding for the value of the common ratio, we're going to use the formula a sub n over a sub n minus 1 or preceding term over the previous term. Okay? So using now the formula, a over 5 is the preceding term and 1 is the previous term. 1 over 5 divided by 1, the answer is 1 over 5. Okay? And then next, 1 over 25 divided by 1 over 5, the preceding term and the previous term. Pag i-divide natin yan, ang makukuha nating value ng common ratio ay 1 over 5. Since they are the same, therefore, ang value ng common ratio natin dito ay 1 over 5. Okay? Since the value of the common ratio is 1 over 5 or 0.2, okay? Therefore, the absolute value of R is less than 1. Okay? So the series is converges. Therefore, if the series is converges, the sum is determined. Okay? Kapag converges yung ating common ratio, ibig sabihin nun, kayang-kaya niyang isolve yung sum ng ating series. Okay? So, using now the first term and the common ratio, we're going to substitute the given in our infinite geometric series formula. Okay? So, S equals to first term over 1 minus R. Okay? So, substitute lang natin. So, 1, yung first term natin, over 1 minus 5. Okay? So, una muna, kinakailangan mo nang i-subtract yung denominator ninyo. Pero sa mga calcu na 570 ES or 991, basta mataas pa yung function, kaya-kaya niyang isolve direct. Itong 1 over 1 minus 1 over 5. Okay, kaya-kaya niyang isolve lang direct. Pero kung hindi naman kaya ng calcu, pwede nating isa-isahin. Yung denominator muna, 1 minus 1 over 5. The answer is 4 over 5. Okay? And then next, yung nakuha natin kanina na difference ng ating denominator ay 4 over 5. Okay? Next naman is i-divide na natin si 1 sa 4 over 5. Okay? So we have 1 divided by 4 over 5. And the answer is 5 over 4. Ibig sabihin yan, yung sum ng ating series ay 5 over 4. Okay? So next example tayo, letter B. Okay, so 4 plus 12 plus 36. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we need to find for the value of the common ratio. Okay, so in finding for the value of the common ratio, we're going to use the formula a sub n over a sub n minus 1 or yung pinakamadali, preceding term over the previous term. Okay, so we have 12 is the preceding term and 4 is the previous term. 12 divided by 4, the answer is 3. 36 is the preceding term and 12 is the previous term. 36 divided by 12, the answer is 3. Okay, so we have the value of common ratio equals to 3. Okay, so since the absolute value of R is greater than 1, therefore the series is diverges. Ibig sabihin, kapag diverges yung ating series, hindi na natin kinakailangang isolve ang sum niya kasi hindi natin ma-determine yung sum ng ating series. Okay? So, therefore, ang magiging sagot lang natin dyan, R equals to 3 and then diverges kasi hindi na natin isosolve yung sum kapag diverges. Okay? So, next example tayo. Okay, so paano naman kapag ganito yung problem? Okay? So, una muna is kinakailangan hanapin yung value ng ng first term, ng second term, at yung third term natin. Okay? So, a sub 1, a sub 2, and a sub 3. Okay? So, using now the formula, okay? So, ang formula para mahanap yung 3 terms natin is gagamitin natin itong nasa right side na given. Okay, so yan yung gagamitin natin. A sub 1 equals to 4, quantity 1 over 3 raised to 1 minus 1. Okay, so bakit 1 yung pinalit natin sa n? Kasi hinahanap natin yung value ng first term. Okay, so we have 1 minus 1, the answer is 0. And then next, any number raised to 0 is always equals to 1. Okay, and then 4 times 1, the answer is 4. So ayan yung value ng first term natin. Next, a sub 2 equals to 4. Quantity 1 over 3 raised to 2 minus 1. Okay, bakit naging 2? Kasi hinahanap na natin yung second term natin. Okay, so subtract natin yan. We have 2 minus 1, the answer is 1. Okay, simplify natin yung exponent. 1 over 3 raised to 1, the answer is 1/3. And then next, multiply natin 4 times 1, the answer is 4. Divide by 3, the answer is 4 over 3. Okay, so dito kung papansinin nyo, ginawa ko siyang fraction. Kasi mas okay kapag gagawin natin siyang fraction instead of decimal. Okay? So dapat fraction yung magiging term natin, hindi pwede maging decimal kasi meron tayong whole number. Okay? So next, in finding for the value of the third term, so 4 times 1 over 3 raised to 3 minus 1. Okay? Next, subtract natin yung 3 minus 1, we have 2. Okay, so square natin yan, yung 1 over 3 natin. So we have 1 over 9. Okay, so paano ba nakuha yun? So ganito, nakuha yun kasi ganito po yung ginawa. Okay, so quantity 1 over 9 and then square. Okay, so it should be 1 over 3, not 1 over 9. Okay, it should be 1 over 3. The answer is 1 over 9. Or di naman kaya, kapag hindi kaya mag-solve ng calculus nyo, pwede naman gawin ganito. Unahin muna natin yung 1, yung numerator. 1 square, the answer is 1. So, yan yung numerator natin. And then next, yung denominator natin ay 3. 3 square, the answer is 9. Okay? Kaya ang nakuha natin na square niyan ay 1 over 9. Okay? And then next, multiply natin 4 times 1, the answer is 4. Divide by 9, the answer is 4 over 9. Okay, so ayan na ngayon yung first term, second term, at yung third term natin. Okay, so next step is we're going to find now for the value of the common ratio. Okay, so in finding for the value of the common ratio, we're going to use the formula a sub n over a sub n minus 1 or preceding term over the previous term. Okay, so preceding term is 4 over 3, divide by 4, the answer is 1/3. Okay, next preceding term is 4 over 9, divide by the previous term, 4 over 3, the answer is 1/3. Okay, so we have the value of the common ratio equals to 1 over 3. Okay, since the value of the common ratio is 1 over 3 or 0.33, so therefore the absolute value of r is less than 1. Therefore, the series is converges. Okay, kapag converges yung ating series, mahahanap natin yung sum ng ating series or madedetermine natin. Kayang-kaya niyang isolve kasi converges yung series natin. Okay? So using now the formula, we're going to substitute the given value, the first term, and the common ratio. Okay? So S equals to the first term over 1 minus R. Okay? And then next, substitute lang natin yung mga given. So 4 yung value ng first term over 1 minus the value of the common ratio 1 over 3. Okay, so unang gagawin, subtract lang muna yung denominator. Okay, so subtract natin yan. Ang magiging difference niyan ay 2 over 3. And then next naman, divide natin. 4 divided by 2 over 3. The answer is 6. Okay, so paano ba nakuha yung 6? Okay, so ganito. Una muna, 1 minus 1 over 3. The answer is 2 over 3. Okay? So, yung 2 over 3, i-divide na natin yung 4. Okay? So, 4 divided by 2 over 3. Kasi nakuha na natin yung difference ng denominator natin. Okay? And the answer is equals to 6. Ibig sabihin, yung sum ng ating series ay equals to 6. Okay?